Welcome back to another video. My name is Aaron and I help people expand their consciousness. Now in this video, I'll be sharing with you 3 ways to shift to the parallel reality that you prefer. Now I've done videos on this idea before, but what I want to do is really explain some things and practical applications that we can use in order for us to really embody the power of understanding what that really means. First one I have for you involves understanding how we must immerse our thoughts in the one that we prefer to experience. So the simple exercise that I've done in prior videos involves simply imagining the best version of yourself and what you would be doing, how you would be living, and as you imagine that, the power is knowing that that exists right now in this moment. It's simply invisible because we aren't matched to that reality. Now what this means, and it is based under the idea that the only moment that exists is this moment right now, and that what we think of as time, as a linear time frame, is actually us shifting through different parallel realities. Now knowing that then gives us the power of knowing that in order for us to experience that, we must embody the characteristics of that visualization, and that's why the first one has to do with immersing ourselves in the thoughts that we would have. Now, imagine the best version of yourself and imagine what you would be thinking about. Imagine the kind of challenges that you might have. Imagine what kind of books you would read. What kind of skills would you have to develop? Well, one of the best things that you could do is to start to surround yourself with people that are similar to that version of yourself. So to actually start going to places where those types of people are, get yourself immersed in those conversations, which makes you then think in a similar way, and immerse yourself in books. There's something very powerful about books that when you read it, it kind of in a way syncs you up to the thought process of the person that wrote it. So that's an easy way for you to then allow yourself to align your thoughts to that reality. Now the second one I have for you is one that you may have heard me talk about many times, but I want to go a little bit deeper with it, and it's understand that we must develop the beliefs of that version of us. Now, in order for us to do this, what we must also realize is that our story that we tell ourselves is what is perpetuated within it are those beliefs that we have. So for example, let me kind of off that idea, imagine somebody that has a belief that maybe people are always trying to take something from you, or that strangers are to be feared. Now that person might have a belief that aligns them to a reality where somebody breaks into their house and steals their things. Now there's a subconscious belief there, whereas they might not be consciously thinking about it, they had a subconscious belief that was running that and that attracted in a way that kind of experience. Now just knowing that that kind of story that we tell ourselves about the world is what's going to shape the kind of experiences we have, understand that you can reframe the stories that you tell yourself, the stories about the kind of person you are, and that as you unwind the story that's been told, you can then let go of that. Now, the way that I'm going to bring the idea of parallel realities into it is knowing that even though we see things in a linear time-space type fashion, the idea is that the only connection that we really have from this moment to this moment to this moment to this moment is through our memory. Now, the idea is that if we can use our memory and we can let go of the story we tell ourselves, we can see that as we change and become a new person, we then can have a new type of past. Only in our memory does that story continue to perpetuate itself, and that's where we then allow ourselves to let go of it, and in the present moment right now, which is the only moment that exists, we can realize that that past goes away as we begin to change in the present moment. Now, the third way that I have for you is understanding the power of action, and the power of action specifically with what you would be doing in that preferred reality that you can imagine. Now, if in that preferred reality you are a graphic designer, the idea is even if you don't believe that you have the ability to do it for a living, continue to do it, continue to do it as much as you possibly can, remain passionate about it, read up on it, develop your skills, and realize that the action and what you're doing in the present moment, it is what is shifting you from this reality to this one, to eventually the one that you want to experience. So the idea is knowing that action is the bridge that connects us, that shifts us from where we are now to where we want to be. So all these three things combined can be very powerful, and understand that if you simply pick a couple things every day that you're going to do that immerse you into that, and you trust the process and knowing that as you do it, things will become easier and easier, and you will start to resonate with that version of yourself. Now, the other tip I have for you is to realize that there might still be a lag of the old self that you were, of the old reality you were experiencing, and the idea is to not take score too soon. Allow yourself to realize that that echo might come back for a period of time, but as long as you do what I call hold the frame, what you allow yourself to do is then perpetuate that experience. It's almost like you have to prove it to yourself that you don't need the reflection to change before you change. In a way, it's like looking at a mirror and knowing that you must first change before your reflection changes. And if you keep looking at the mirror waiting for it to change, that inner resistance keeps the prior reality in place. So trust the process. Know that as you align your thoughts, your beliefs, and your actions in that direction, as you bridge yourself with the action you're taking, eventually you will see and experience what you want in your life. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Feel free to like this video if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already. As always, I'll see you guys on the next vid. Peace, much love, namaste. All right, bye.